article area so that we can go to the state of the JKA address. Members are hereby put on notice that we are about to address core issues of the JKA January Kweyomi Association and our core values. It has been a while. To get into that particular session.
Good. Okay. Members, autoria tukulitete notili tuthenya wa muthi twina address ya Kĩama ni mwaka twerekeire kuhinga programming ya mwaka, and like you've been put on notice umuthi mathaa inyanya kwina address ya Kĩama kia JKA ari thaa inyanya na dakika 33, and I give this chance to our able honorable section adoine ha board ni awe tunegereria ndumiriri ya board ya mwaka na maundu maria turagitanya gukorwo tugika twaingira mwaka mweru mwaka wa 2023 ta Kĩama kia JKA. The honorable section.
Thank you very much, honorable board chair. The administration of the JKA did each in every of their responsibilities they hold and portfolios and positions of the JKA. Our ever-growing membership list did our bilateral partners in Kenya, the region, and indeed our global partners. I wish to greet you this wonderful afternoon with wonderful greetings of felicitation. It is my indeed hope that you are of good health and keeping well. As a section of the JKA, I wish to now proceed to deliver as is required of me as Section 616 of the JKA Act. To deliver this constitutional requirement of giving the state of the JKA address. Honorable fellow members, it has not been an easy ride. Indeed, our JKA Foundation has withstood the test of time, and it did even look forward to a brighter future. The JKA was formulated on grounds of humanity and indeed pulling together resources to make our lives even better. I have never been any more proud than to be your Honorable Secretary General under the able leadership of our board chair, Honorable Gadaya Dennis. It indeed has been a great outing indeed, working for this foundation and the kind-hearted members who go out of their way indeed to make our foundation even better, each in their own way. I do congratulate each and every one of you for your role you played in indeed getting us to where we are. This year, and the previous year, and the one previous, the other one, was not easy. We have sailed through the pandemic ages, fellow members. We did come through victorious. We are grateful to God that our foundation, despite the turmoils, despite the difficulties of the pandemic era, come out victorious. It is, however, cognizant upon us that we have also had very outstanding officials who have outstretched their capabilities to make sure the JKA remains afloat and indeed live up to our vision and mission. I want to congratulate each and every member who in their own ways have struggled to make the lives of other individuals better in one way or the other. We have been blessed economically, spiritually, and indeed socially. Going with the times, we are going to be making a few announcements of the JKA that will assist us for smooth flow moving forward of our JKA. As your able Secretary General, after deliberations, after deliberating with a competent team of experts and indeed officials of the JKA, have come up with new measures and structures to ensure that our foundation competes with the New World Order. We have been struggling financially and indeed are still in debt. Our debt burden cannot be lightened unless each and every one of us contributes adequately. It is now time for the JKA members to adopt an attitude of what can you give, not what can you get. Moving forward, we shall propose that all members contribute to the JKA and indeed formulate structures to have a revolving fund. A committee of experts will be sitting to determine an actual figure for the contribution of the JKA Utility Fund. This fund, honorable members, will not be a fund that will be given free. Indeed, like I said, it shall be a revolving fund, honorable members. Members will be able to borrow and invest, and upon investment shall return what they borrowed with a beginner's interest of 15% on the principal amount. Honorable members, we are heavily in debt. Our debts outweigh our income, honorable members. This has been a growing concern over the years of the JKA. Indeed, it is requireable that financials be made available for any organization to thrive and compete in the New World Order. So, honorable members, we shall be constituting committees to indeed woo and by far and large our diaspora partners to chip in into the basket of the JKA by raising funds. This particular operation, dubbed Okoa JKA, this operation dubbed Okoa JKA, we have proposed as the board, shall be led by Karango wa Muraya, Furthermore, honorable members, I wish to announce our offices and recommended changes to our management of our JKA. The office of the Honorable Board Chair is herein renewed term limits. Indeed, the Honorable Board Chair from today shall begin serving his second tenure of 15 years. The only other office with security of tenure is that of the Secretary General of the Section. Indeed, the term begins today and ends 15 years down the line. It indeed is my pleasure to announce that security and interior are core values of the JKA and wish to retain Engineer Tash as our head of security and interior. Despite challenges of debt indeed and difficult times financially, our able head of finances, John Miano, has outdone himself at making sure the JKA is afloat, and indeed, despite all else and being within a rock and a hard place, have managed it. So we retain John Miano as our financial head. Fellow members, wonderful Kenyans, the office of the Chief Whip indeed has been effective under the able leadership of Monica Kariobangi South. He has gone out of his way to whip members into discipline and indeed has emanated great conversations that have by and large indeed helped the JKA have reasonable and wonderful conversations. Monica Wakarebangi South is hereby retained as the Chief Whip of the JKA. The office of the Organizing Secretary, headed by Budhiawa Uba, has done a remarkable job, and not only keeping the records and indeed organizing affairs of the JKA. So we hereby wish to retain Budhiawa Uba as our Organizing Secretary. The office of the Hansard Keeper, led by Samuel Owen, has registered lackluster, horrible, and indeed detrimental results. We are hereby announcing that Samuel Owen ceases to be the Hansard Keeper of the JKA. And here this office will now be held by a lady whose glowing participation in the JKA and commitment is beautiful and lovely. Morena Dylan, indeed now, shall be our Hansard and records keeper of the JKA. Pursuant to growth of global growth and opportunities there are, honorable members, in the digital space, we have decided to formulate a department that shall make JKA visible in the social media space and claim our space in order to move with the times and the digital ages. We have decided to put together a digital content creation department which shall be headed by a lady of brass and capabilities by the name of Mudhoni Wa Digital. Indeed, honorable members of the JKA, fellow Kenyans, legal and advisory roles are very crucial for any organization in its foundational stages, in its growth, and indeed in the future plan. We have decided to constitute this Department of Legal and Advisory Board that shall be held by a person whose record and exposure is global and not just local. This office is new office and shall be headed by Moshina Vacuumist Mineral Water. In the pursuit of democracy, like I say, our world is heading in that direction. We have decided as a JKA to envision, which we have crafted and called Vision 2032. Our vision is that by this year, we shall be able to hold free and fair democratic elections. As it stands right now, most of the officers in the JKA are appointive. We are slowly moving towards the direction of making them elective honorable members. In that direction, we shall constitute an election advisory board that shall have a 10-year period of assessing and coming up with an election formula. Indeed, how we can go about democratic elections of the JKA. This office shall be heralded and led by people who have been in the industry of politics. They know indeed the dynamics of elective and democratical spaces. This office shall be led by George Kuria, and he will be deputized by Garoya Jr. Honorable members, Okoa JKA is an initiative we need to each take up and support. Our brand ambassador for Okoa JKA, Karangu Amuraya. It is also important to note that there shall be no dividends this year for the JKA members, as I have outlined. Our debts supersede our capabilities. We shall indeed, as well as management and board and the new officials, continue praying for our members, which is the least we can do. Honorable members of the JKA, The management wishes you well this festive season. Indeed reminds you the value of life and the beauty of socializing and indeed remembering those who are in need, indeed praying for each other. Our foundation can only be stronger. Our bonds could only get tighter. Our future is indeed spotless, regardless of our past. It indeed is not lost upon us that these are not easy times. But our JKA Foundation must and will endure to indeed work towards developing the state of each of our members. The officials that I mentioned today indeed take effect immediately. We wishing you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year 2023 from the section of the JKA Kĩama. Signed by the Honorable Board Chair, the Finance Head and the Security and Interior Head Engineer Cash. Asante sana. Asante sana. Asante sana.
Nila ijaja na potei.